Are you thinking about purchasing a Kia EV9? Then stay tuned because 2025 EV9 pricing was just revealed, as well as what changes are coming to the 2025 EV9. So if you guys want to find out all the details, then stay tuned. Before we get started, less than 2 weeks until my Ioniq Guy Cars and Coffee event at Palmer Motorsports Park in Palmer, Massachusetts, I just heard from Hyundai the other day that they're sending me a box of goodies to give out at the event. I have no idea what they're sending me, so if you guys want to find out, you're going to have to come in person. Hyundai's also going to be dropping off an Ioniq 5N, and so far we've got almost the entire gamut of Hyundai Kia Genesis EVs coming to the event. So obviously Ioniq 5, Ioniq 5N, Kia EV6 GT I know is coming. I'm not sure if any other base EV6s are coming. I believe I've got an EV9 owner coming. I've potentially got a Kia Soul EV coming, Kia Niro, Kona Electric. Kia Hyundai of Manchester is going to be bringing a Genesis GV60. So really the only ones we're missing are the original Ioniq and the electrified Genesis GV70 and G80. But I would really love to get some more EV9 owners at the event, so if you're watching this, try and make it if you're in the New England area. The event is on November 3rd from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. There's going to be free coffee and donuts, raffles, giveaways of some of the products from my store, and you can take your car out on the track if you want to. So fingers crossed for good weather. We've had some really warm days in the last week, so even though it's going to be November, we still could get lucky and get a nice day. But I really hope to see you guys there. Check out the link in the description to the Facebook invite for further details. So I've been standing by waiting for the 2025 EV9 information to be announced. Last October, about the middle of the month, is when they announced pricing and availability for the first model year of the EV9 here in the United States. If you have been thinking about purchasing an EV9, you're probably going to be pretty happy with what you're about to hear. So let's not waste any time, let's dig into it. So in terms of pricing of the EV9, the only trim level that has gone up in price versus the 2024 model year is going to be the light long range. So that is the rear-wheel drive EV9 with the big battery, and it is going up $700. But other than that, all other trims are staying the same price. So EV9 light standard range, $54,900, the light long range, $59,900, the Wind, $63,900, the Land, $69,900, and the GT line, $73,900. And none of these prices include a $1,500 destination fee. I swear, these destination fees just keep going up and up and up. So that is pretty good news. And the reason they're probably keeping prices pretty much the same is the EV9 has been a pretty big sales success for Kia since it first went on sale late last year. For all intents and purposes, EV6 and EV9 have sold the exact same number of cars year to date. And at this rate, it seems like EV9 is probably going to surpass EV6 sales. So that is really cool to see. I think a lot of its success has probably boiled down to the fact that the lease deals for the EV9 are really good. So looking at their website right now, for my zip code in the Boston area of Massachusetts, I could lease a Wind all-wheel drive for 24 months for $399 with $5,000 down. Unfortunately, here in Massachusetts, the maximum MSRP to get the state incentives is $55,000, and pretty much all trims of the EV9 will not qualify here in Massachusetts. Otherwise, it would be about $400 per month with about $2,500 down. These figures don't factor in taxes, title, dealer fees or anything. So it is going to be higher than that, but even still, that is a pretty good lease deal. And if you are somebody who prefers to finance, maybe you do a lot of miles per year, you can finance right now an EV9 for 0% APR for 72 months. So yeah, the cost to acquire one of these cars is relatively low considering interest rates are still high. But with the Fed cutting rates, they are coming down. Now, me personally, if I didn't need to finance, I would not finance. I would lease these all day. And that is because the depreciation on these cars is pretty steep. So know your depreciation going in versus financing and buying the car and just winging it. Maybe the depreciation is really bad. Maybe you'll be upside down on your loan when you end up having to sell it. So that could not be a good situation. So for me, and my recommendation is lease these cars all day long. All right, so now let's talk about the changes for the 2025 EV9 here in the US. The light long range rear-wheel drive is now going to have a sunroof as standard equipment. That is a really nice thing to see, that they're including a sunroof on basically all trims of the EV9. At this price point, I think most people are probably going to expect a sunroof. And then really the only other equipment change is on the land trim. So for the 2024 land trim, you could get the relaxation seats in the second row of the vehicle, but that option is being removed for the 2025 model year. I did post about this in the EV9 Facebook group, and a lot of people that have that feature were saying that it's basically useless in the second row because the seat can't recline all that much because of the third row and because it's close to the front row. So unless you're under like 5'8", it doesn't sound like that feature is all that useful, and it's an expensive option. Kia has also mixed up some of the colors for the car as well for 2025. So new exterior colors added for 2025, glacial white pearl and ebony black. Exterior colors deleted, ivory silver gloss, ivory silver matte, and ocean blue matte. And for interior colors deleted, they've eliminated the dark gray and navy interior that was available on the GT line trim. So it seems like they're eliminating all matte options for the EV9 in the US. Now, when I reviewed the EV9 earlier this year, I did have the ocean blue color, but it was the gloss version, not the matte finish. And I really liked it. I think it's a really sharp looking blue color. Kind of unfortunate they're eliminating the matte colors, but it sounds like for a lot of people, getting them repaired, getting them touched up adds a lot of extra cost. And now that these are being made in the US, Kia might be looking to streamline their production and eliminate the troubles that they might have with producing cars with the matte finishes. Now, I don't believe that this new glacial white pearl and ebony black are in addition to the existing white and black colors. I think they're just renaming them for the 2025 model year. They might be a little bit different, but for all intents and purposes, they're a white and black color. So those are all the changes and the pricing for 2025 EV9. If you are shopping for one of these cars, now is probably a great time. These will likely be hitting the dealer lots in the next month or two, and with that means really good deals on the 2024s. And there's not much difference between 2024 and 2025. So you could really get a good deal for basically the same cars you would get if you got the newer model year. So keep your eyes peeled on the Kia Offers website for what their latest deals are. The new deals are typically added to the Offers website in the first 5 days of the month. So check back the beginning of November if you want to try and get one of these cars in the next 30 days or so. So anyway, guys, if you like today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Check out my store at ioniqguy.com for accessories for your EV9, including the walk-away door lock module. So the EV9 does not automatically lock the doors for you when you shut them all. So this device attaches to the trailer light wiring harness. It's a less than 30-minute install. And then after you shut all the doors on your EV9, within 10 seconds, all the doors will lock. It's a really nifty feature. For me with my Ioniq 5, I was always forgetting to lock my doors, and this device really solved that problem. So check that out. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.